calling Sweden. Connected to a random Swede somewhere in Sweden. This call may be recorded.
Imagine chaos going inside of your head.
Dakota sludge!
I could read lumps.
Fox hunting can be such a bore. You know, look at the facts, people. RFD-TV is the biggest porn purveyor out there on cable.
A sombrero that says, "Make America Fantastical!"
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
You were made for the goddamn radio.
I am.
You are
this
radio.
Voice is worth $1 million.
I don't know about $1 million.
It is worth thousands upon millions of dollars.
That's even
$1
more.
billion.
Now you just sound like Dr. Evil.
My
$1
voice
billion.
is worth so much that Dr. Dre can't even afford it.
Oh, wow.
And Dr. Dre can afford anything.
Wow. I don't know about that.
I don't know. He just claimed in a song that he bought California.
He claimed that in a song?
He didn't do that.
No, you can't
also,
buy...
I mean, that was like a year ago.
You can't buy a state. How do you buy... Oh, that was a year ago
Yeah.
that he claimed
And the
that?
United States bought several states.
Well, yeah, a country can do that, but an individual? I don't know that an individual can buy...
Look,
I guess you could buy a land mass that size.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
The United States, if they would find some private people who would like to buy the Dakotas, take a chunk out of that debt. And you know what? No one misses them.
The problem with that, though, is no one wants the Dakotas.
I know. It would still only... I mean, it would go for an auction rate, and it's probably going to go for low seven figures.
And all the people in the Dakotas are like, can we say anything here?
No.
And everyone's like, no. Just
You
no.
don't count.
You don't count.
You're barely people.
You're vaguely Dutch. No one cares about you.
I went through a big streak in college.
Yeah.
Of making fun of North Dakota constantly because I went to school with a surprising amount of people from North Dakota.
I believe that.
And I haven't made fun of it in a while. So it's nice to bring it back. It's like going back to your roots.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to go back to that well and have a big drink of Dakota drink.
And I am just chugging it. I'm gulping it down. Gulping down that Dakota sludge.
Oh, God. Someone's pouring a Gatorade container of Dakota sludge over your head.
Right over the top of me.
Woo! Dakota sludge!
Okay, well, no one's that excited about it. It's more like, here you go.
Okay.
Here, have this.
I guess you paid me, Mr. Badley, so I guess I'll do it. You do it, Jimmy. You pour that sludge on me. Okay, Mr. Badley. I want to go home now. You can't ever go home again, Jimmy.
It's weird that you're doing
done.
both parts of this.
No one needed you to point that out, but I guess. But what I'm getting at is like the concept of a state. No one can really buy that, I suppose.
I
can
could.
anyone? You could?
Yeah.
How do you buy the concept of a state? I don't understand.
I would like one concept of a state, please.
And who are?
Thank you.
Surprisingly easy.
Yeah.
Who are you posing this question to?
Trump.
Yeah, okay. All right. Never mind. You're right. Yeah. I'm sure he would
The
sell
leader
you...
of the free world, Trump.
Oh, God. The leader of the Trump world.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he would sell you just about anything, and he could make it look official enough. Like, he could provide you with documents, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one we want trying to sell the Dakotas.
Oh, he could do it.
Just think
He could do it.
some rich turd from Russia comes in, because it's going to be a Russian that comes in, and they're like, I really would like to buy some land. Trump is over there just selling the crap out of it. This is the best state. Everyone agrees this is the best state. All my friends say this state is the best state.
There's one flaw in your logic here. There are no rich Russians.
I mean, rich enough to buy the Dakotas.
Okay. Yeah, good point. Good point. It's a couple grand.
Yeah.
What's a ruble worth these days? Like
The dude who owns
17th of a penny?
who owns the Brooklyn Nets, that Russian guy, he could buy the Dakotas easy.
Yeah, you're right
He
about
bought
that.
the Nets, and the Nets are definitely worth more than the Dakotas.
That's true. I mean, in the times we're in,
Yeah.
in the modern world, a sports team is probably worth more than most states. I mean, maybe not California, but then again, take the Lakers. How much are the Lakers worth? They're worth a ton,
over $1 billion.
A ton. How much are the Yankees worth?
Oh,
More than the
insurmountable.
More than the state of New York. Well, say you cut New York City out and lifted it on a platform, floated it above everything.
Okay.
The Yankees would definitely be worth the rest of New York, which is just like
close.
mountains and shit, right?
You have to remember that includes Buffalo.
Yeah,
and Buffalo has an NFL team.
Buffalo Bills?
Yeah.
Does anyone give a shit about them?
No, but they are worth money because they're an NFL team.
Okay.
Every NFL team's worth money.
What's the hierarchy in the sports world? Is the NFL is the highest grossing, correct?
Yes.
Is basketball number 2? Or is baseball number 2?
Baseball, I think, is number 2.
Okay.
But not for long.
Basketball's going to surpass baseball.
Yeah, because baseball, much as I love it, refuses to keep up with the times.
Baseball does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the kids just, they aren't hip to it. They aren't hip to that.
No, I get it. You know what I think it is about baseball? Just not enough jumping involved.
There is very little jumping.
Very little jumping.
There is the occasional attempt to catch a fly ball at the wall.
You're right.
And an occasional infielder trying to catch a line drive.
Right. No, true.
That's about it. That's really the jumping.
That's really all there is to it. I mean, when I played baseball...
All you did was jump?
The entire time. I kept the pace of the game. I was the metronome of the game, if you will.
I'm just saying, if you could bat while you did that, that strike zone would be impossible to hit.
Jumpin' Jack Murphy, the hottest baseball player of the 19 teens. Jumpin' Jack Murphy.
That was a strike until he went up in the air, and then it was knee high.
He's legendary. Is that... I feel like Bob Costas is calling this because he's the only sports announcer I can name.
He pretty much announces everything.
Yeah,
so that
Bob Costas is like, is it Costas or Costa?
Costas. Yes.
Bob Costas is like, I've never seen anything like it. And Bob Costas doesn't talk like that. So, it's so amazing.
Oh, jeez!
Yeah, it's so amazing that Bob Costas' voice jumped 3 octaves.
His batting average is 0. He has not gotten one hit. But you know what? On base percentage, really high. Gets a walk every time.
Okay, now you're over my head. But... Jumpin' Jack Murphy.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Sushi Jackknife.
Right.
The show that you're listening to.
Currently.
Just imagine chaos going inside of your head. That's what this is.
That's true. That is what this is. Mm-hmm. That's the closest human analogy.
Yeah.
There are other species out there in the cosmos who could give you a better analogy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's the best we can do.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, our feeble human minds. I mean, my human mind.
Yeah.
Just miles above most human minds. Still, compared to the aliens, feeble. So feeble.
Particularly the Blahcoreians. You ever encountered a real hardcore Blahcoreian?
Oh, the Blahcoreians.
The Blahcoreians are dicks, I'm just saying. Thankfully, they can't hear the way that we do. They only hear in colors. Mm-hmm. So they can never access this podcast to know that I'm dogging on them. But fuck Blahcoreians, dude. Who needs them? First of all, they're assholes.
They are.
They drive like a third generation cousin fucker. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, they're just terrible. I can't stand them. What are we gonna do?
And I think you're completely forgetting the fact that they're the person who sees that it's the last piece of pizza and doesn't ask.
No,
they're not like, hey, does anyone want the last piece of pizza? They're
right.
like, oh, last piece of pizza, I better get at that.
Well, that's the Blahcoreian way.
They don't even want the pizza.
It's bullshit.
They just think they might in the future want the pizza, so they eat it before anyone else can have it.
I know, and once they get that proboscis thing out, I mean, who wants it anyway? Who wants to eat
That's true.
With that? When you see that thing protruding from their face, it's enough that they have a vagina on their head.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's actually my favorite part.
the head vagina.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't so purple, it would be better. You know, and if it wasn't for the fact that sometimes they fuck themselves in the head with the proboscis, you know, I mean, it's like they're just nasty creatures.
So, in case you were curious, this is what you're listening to.
That's
now.
right. Yeah. It usually runs about an hour 15, so strap in or turn it off. It's
Don't turn it off.
Well, you could.
Why?
You might do yourself.
Well, you have better to do.
That's a good point.
Orange
you
is
really
the New Black has a new season. I guess you have that.
Yeah. Are you caught up on BoJack Horseman? Because it's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I'm caught up on BoJack Horseman.
I'm not. This is a rhetorical question to the audience.
Well, I'm caught up though.
I'm not caught up. I just started season 2.
Oh, it's good.
Have
you seen the Christmas special?
No, I haven't watched the Christmas special yet.
Oh,
I'm excited about the Christmas
good.
special. Okay. And have you watched the episode of Horsing Around that they made?
Yeah.
Oh, you need this.
Yeah.
Here, just do that. For the audience, we're trying to figure out. We're improvising ashtrays at the moment.
Yeah, I have experienced all of the BoJack Horseman there is to experience at this point.
Oh, man, we've never talked about it at all.
I don't know how you've not brought this up.
I binged the first season a couple weeks ago, and it was so great.
See, this surprises me.
Yeah.
Let me explain why this surprises me.
Sure.
Number one.
Okay.
Comedies, not really in your wheelhouse.
I like comedies.
You like some
I
comedies.
particularly like them when they're cartoons.
Number two, the cartoon thing surprises me.
Really?
That surprises me. I would not have pegged you for a cartoon fan.
I'm a constant surprise to you tonight.
And number three, the fact that you binge watched a TV show after so angrily railing against TV shows.
No, you're right. You're right.
I mean, like, it was to the point, it was almost a Hitler-esque speech against TV shows being your Jewish people. And
I'm not going to argue this.
and now I'm finding out you're here binge watching cartoons.
Well,
just laughing uproariously.
To be fair, I kind of hit a low point. I had and you know, here's my bouginess for you. I had just finished reading about 2 novels, and then I was ready. I was on a break. I was like, my brain literally can't handle a novel. I don't have an expansive English country house to entertain myself with betwixt novels. So
naturally.
So I'm going to watch.
Polo season doesn't start for another 2 months.
Precisely. And fox hunting can be such a bore. And quite frankly, I've boffed all the ladies here already, including the servant girls. So I wish that were true. So yeah, that's why I decided to watch BoJack Horseman, because I was in between books. So
that is as far from books as you can possibly get, unless the books you are reading are like Judy Blume novels,
highlights for kids.
Yeah,
collected.
if you're just reading Biff or Buff or whatever it is, where you identify which one is the good choice, BoJack Horseman is on the same level.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Goofus and Gallant. That's what it is.
Goofus and Gallant. Yeah, Gallant or Gallant. Yeah, Goofus and Gallant. You got it, dude. Nice one.
Oh, that's a flashback to waiting in waiting rooms as a child. That's the only time I ever read highlights
for kids.
Yeah.
I had a subscription for a short period of time. It didn't last long, and I mean, I think the reasons are obvious. I switched to Nickelodeon Magazine. Much improved choice.
I honestly didn't know anyone had subscriptions to highlights except for doctors. Doctors have them.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's it.
Orthodontists have like multiple subscriptions under different names.
You know what? When I went to an orthodontist as a junior high kid, they all had highlights.
They did.
Which was really confusing because everyone there was a junior high kid.
Yes.
Like, I never saw a child at the orthodontist.
It's true.
You're not having a second grader go get braces.
Right.
Those teeth are going away.
You got to get the baby teeth out first. I mean, there's the expedited baby teeth plan.
Yeah.
Which involves basically just a rubber mallet to the head and then, you know, a few hours of screaming and then the braces are on.
I heard from, I believe it was from my wife, an interesting fact. I didn't know this. That babies are born with all of their teeth.
That is fucked up. I did not know that.
I don't know that this is true.
Are they up in their head?
That's what I heard.
Okay.
So maybe these children are going to the orthodontist and they're getting just braces put in up in their gums.
Yeah.
Straightening them before they come out.
Pre-braces.
That's the smart idea.
I guess so. I mean, preventative
Work on that science.
Yeah, let's be proactive, not reactive, guys. Come on.
I'm so sick of science.
You know how high the suicide level is for dentists, right? It's very, very high.
I
wonder what it is for orthodontists.
I would say not as high.
Right.
Because, really, you're just raking in the money in an orthodontist place.
I feel like orthodontists make a lot of money for not much. I bet the ratio of sadism is much higher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I have always assumed, and I know this is a terrible assumption,
right,
that dentists are suicidal because they spend all day sticking their hands in people's mouths.
Right.
Orthodontists, from my experience, hire someone to do that,
yes.
and then they walk by and go, let's see. Yeah, that looks good. All right.
That's exactly. That'll be $400.
Don't eat caramel.
Right.
See you later.
Yeah, I had a magnet as a kid. You had braces. I had braces too. Mine were only about 70% effective. I have a gap between my teeth that was pulled together when I had braces. I had braces for, I don't know, how long do you have braces? 2 years?
I have 2 or 3.
So I had them for like 2 years, say. I get them off, and my orthodontist is a ways away from where I live because I lived in the country. So we're driving home, and the gap between my 2 front teeth opens back up on the way. I've never seen my mother more infuriated in my life. I mean, they had spent thousands of dollars, and
you didn't even make it home.
No, half an hour, 45 minutes maybe max. I had the gap back. Now my bottom teeth were all fucked up and they're right, and a couple other things up top were fucked up and they're right, but the gap remains.
Right.
Now they told me, here's my options post the gap returning. Okay, you have too much flesh between your teeth. To my response, I'm like,
maybe I have too little teeth around my flesh.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you do.
Your mother has too much flesh between her teeth.
That's right. Your mom is probably a Batorian with a vagina on her head. Or you're dead. So they said we can remove the flesh between your teeth. And this was like my first big decision as a child. I was like, no, Mom, I don't want them to chop up my gums.
I had a similar experience. Mine involved an underbite. Is under over? Which one?
Under is where your bottom teeth go over your top teeth.
Okay, underbite. Yeah. And they're like, okay, we can continue to do braces, or we can do a surgery to shorten the jawbone.
Oh my God.
Which, in case you're not putting this together, that surgery is breaking your jaw and taking a part of it, and then it heals back. I voted no to that.
Yeah.
And I have not regretted it one day.
No. And neither have I regretted the let's remove the flesh between your teeth surgery.
Well, I mean, you can still always do that. You have steak knives.
Right. I have steak knives and a wife with a lot of pent up avarice, a lot of pent up anger towards me.
I'm sure you can find a rubber band and just wrap it around the teeth, pull them together post flesh removal.
Yep. There's the Bondo option. It's always there for you if you're looking for it. I mean, you have to open yourself up to options. That's really all I'm saying.
I think do it yourself orthodontry. It's the way to go.
Yeah. It's a lost art, much like phrenology. Just a lost art.
Exactly.
There was a time when these things were accepted. There were, qualified practitioners. Any town, any major city in the country, you could go get your lumps read. These days, it's intensely hard to get that done. I mean, you're more likely to find someone to, read your tarot cards than you are to get your lumps read.
Maybe that would be a good way to make some extra money. I could read lumps.
You could do that.
I mean, do I have to actually know anything to do that?
No.
I can just make it up as I go, right?
Well, yeah, that's phrenology. I mean, basically, you just need some charts of the human head, and then you need charts of racist monkey head stuff.
Okay.
And then you need like every good phrenologist needs like bottles of different colored liquids. But that's easy enough.
I know where you get food coloring.
Yeah.
I'm good there.
Exactly. You get it from the roots of the food coloring tree.
Exactly.
You just have to find the right roots.
I've been tapping all the roots in the neighborhood. So far, no dice, but...
Is that why you were in my backyard? Mm-hmm. You've been here for 3 hours.
Yeah.
We just finally got you inside. Yeah.
Your tree may die.
Oh.
So.
I like that tree. That's a hackberry tree.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
We all die at some point.
I'm in full support of your phrenology business. The next thing we need to get you is a cart.
A cart?
Yeah, some kind of a cart.
Wooden cart?
Yeah, wooden cart that you can take from town to town.
Okay.
And maybe some kind of manservant, or I mean, if you want to spring for like a girl servant, we could do that too.
You know what would be, and I mean, this is just my genius coming out here. The best way to earn some extra money?
What?
Skip man and female servant.
Okay.
Organ grinder monkey.
Oh, that's perfect. A trained monkey.
Mm-hmm. People would come from all around the county.
Fathoms.
To see this monkey hop about. Just hop about, collect change in his hat.
I completely agree.
Just shekels.
Yeah.
So many shekels.
That's right. And trained monkeys are a dime a dozen in Nashville.
That's right.
I mean, if you're looking to break into the trained monkey business...
Just go to any open mic.
Songwriter night. Oh, that is scathing. That is... Oh, yes. They're
nailed it.
That was...
I just destroyed Nashville.
You did. In one fell swoop. It needed doing. Let's be honest. It's just
Let's knock this city down a peg.
It's gotten out of hand. I heard the television show Nashville was canceled, and then
it was uncanceled.
Uncanceled. Yeah.
By Country Music Television, CMT.
God. Okay.
Because, I mean, really,
right?
Everyone who watches CMT watched Nashville.
I think that's probably true. I don't know. It's funny to me that the two big networks here in town, CMT, which makes sense, and RFD TV, which is like the rural channel. So you might see the Porter Wagner show from 40 years ago, or you might see like a tractor show.
From my experience, it's always the tractor show. It's some dude talking about corn.
Right, yeah, exactly. And not KORN.
No.
Regular kind of corn. The Monsanto special kind of corn. I mean, it's a great channel to watch if you're already fucked up on Molly. But if you're not, and you just happen upon it, it's really pretty abysmal. I mean... Yeah,
I can only stomach it for 2 or 3 hours before I have to watch something else.
I mean, how many pairs of overalls can you see?
43.
Wow, that's good. Very exact answer.
Not that I've counted.
Well, no.
I mean, that's a rough approximation.
Sure. But you know it's not 44.
No, 44.
And you know it's more than 42.
It's certainly at least more than 40.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the websites you frequent, I've seen your browsing history. It's a lot of overhauls porn.
Yeah.
And I accept that.
It's, it's very niche. It's a very niche area of the internet.
Right.
Most people, I guess, aren't really into porn where everyone's fully clothed and no one ever, has sex or anything.
Penetrates anyone.
It's just like people walking around in overalls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't decide what people like.
I know. There's a lot of intense hugging in overall porn. Have you noticed that? It's just
that's really all you can do. You're wearing overalls.
It's caressing. I mean, my favorite overall porn is where like the girl is like acting like she's gonna unbutton the latch, but she doesn't. Yeah, like she's just kind of halfway there. Like my latch, not her latch. Right. Obviously. Right. She has to remain latched.
And there's decency involved here.
Exactly. I mean, come on.
Come on.
I mean, I think my favorite thing though about overall porn is that like the idea that no one's got anything under the overalls.
Right.
They are fully clothed. I mean, they don't have shoes on or socks because that's just atrocious.
Right.
Who wants that?
I mean, it's porn.
It's porn, right? You're always barefoot.
You want those feet.
Right. I mean, there is the sub genre of overall plus heels porn, but I mean, it's hard to find men's sizes of heels.
Right.
So,
you have to be a very petite overall wearing man for that.
Exactly. Yeah, there is like twink overall porn where they tie a rope around it to show how thin they are. Like they can't go down to Carhartt. They can't go to Bass Pro Shop and get their size overalls.
Well, you know what they're wearing.
Right.
Oshkosh bagosh.
There's also High Waters overall porn where like everyone's pants come up almost to the knee. It's like capris.
Oh.
Yeah.
What has happened?
Pretty sweet.
What has happened to this show?
I mean, this is what this is.
We used to have important things to say.
Did we?
I mean, depending on your definition of important and your definition of things.
Yes, exactly. Those two operative definitions do make a difference when you're looking into this thing. Yeah, I mean, coverall porn, though. How boring. How boring is that?
It's just a lot of beige.
It's a lot of beige.
A lot of beige.
Yeah. And then there's that porn where people just try to be as camo as possible. Mm-hmm. So it's like you can...
Well, that's actually... You're watching a hunting show. That's a hunting show.
Is that what that is?
That's why they keep shooting the deer.
Oh, shit. Oh, right.
You're watching one of the two networks in town...
Oh, right, yeah, RFD TV. No one's saying this, but it's true. When you look at it that way, look at the facts, people. RFD TV is the biggest porn purveyor out there on cable.
I can't argue with it.
Yeah. So
mostly because it doesn't make sense, but yeah, I can't.
So is the deer being shot like a metaphor for ejaculation, or is that like...
I think that's just what those people are into.
Okay. Now that is fucked up.
They just don't feel alive unless they see another creature die. So
wow.
Yeah. Well, they're the ones watching hunting shows.
Yeah, you're right.
Have you ever watched a hunting show?
Yes, I have. I grew up in rural North Georgia.
Why? Why do people sit around and I've seen them. I don't get it. It's just a bunch of people, from my experience, who watch this. They're sitting there, they're watching it going, oh man, that's a nice... They shot the deer. Wow, they shot the deer.
The thing about those shows, the thing about this, they don't have the arc of any sort of normal narrative. Like, there's the introduction, there's rising action, there's the denouement, the climax, etc. In those shows, it's just like what you're saying. It's like crickets for 2.5 hours, and then 3 seconds of excitement.
Yeah.
And then we're on to the next one.
Or it's one of those half-hour shows where it's like, well, today we're going to go out and we're going to bag us a deer. So we set up the deer blind. There's a deer. Shot the deer.
Done.
And,
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much how I assumed this would go, so.
And then Jack Hanna comes on screen and he's like, visit your local zoo. Did you ever watch Jack Hanna as a child? Yeah. That shit was on Sunday mornings.
I ran across the other day on regular TV.
Okay.
Jack Hanna.
Oh, yeah.
He has another show.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's Jack Hanna-ing it up.
I think he probably like juices like leopard gallbladders or something to stay alive. He's got to be 140.
I'm pretty sure he actually never existed.
Okay.
It's just a hologram.
Yeah, I think that adds up.
You can't prove I'm wrong.
I'm waiting for the day when Jack Hanna transitions. I mean, it's right there in the name.
Right.
He could just be Hanna Jack. He could flip it around.
I always wanted to see him do a cartoon.
Yeah.
A Jack Hanna Barbera cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
It would be great.
Jack Hanna the Barbarian. It's like Beastmaster. Have you ever seen Beastmaster?
No.
Holy
I have no
fuck.
idea what this is.
Beastmaster is some fucking 80s movie, and I don't remember who plays Beastmaster, but basically it's Conan, except he can control ferrets and stuff. Like he's like,
Well,
yes,
that is the one thing I've been missing is ferret control.
from Conan.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So, it's the same thing. He has like an analog to Red Sonja. I mean, the Conaniverse, if you will, contains a lot of really interesting and unique characters. Beastmaster just took a gimmick and inserted that into it. And I don't know if it's Dolph Lundgren or who it is.
Oh, that sounds like a Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
It's not like Dolph Lundgren had anything good to do.
I mean, he was in the Cider House Rules.
He was in Rocky IV.
Yeah, and the Cider House Rules.
Rocky IV, though, more importantly.
Well, yeah, but...
I mean, that is the fourth best Rocky movie.
It is. Actually, it's
it's fourth best.
Rocky V is bad.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's forgotten. We pretend it didn't exist.
Right, yeah. Rocky IV was the culmination of the Rocky... Do you know what's interesting to me? I never realized that Stallone, directed and wrote Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
And was nominated for an Oscar or
won Best Picture.
Won Best Picture.
For Rocky.
What the fuck happened to the rest of his career?
He was nominated for an Oscar this last year.
For Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that. But like it took...
Bookends.
Well, yeah, okay. If it's a book where you have like gold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Squish, squish, squish.
Gold
Isn't
shit
that
sandwich. How most books go? I don't read. I don't know how books work.
Are all your books sticky?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a problem.
I mostly just stick with picture books. They're a lot quicker to go through.
That's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ones that don't even have words at all. Like it's a title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like catalogs.
Yeah, catalogs are nice.
Sears catalogs are great.
The Christmas ones?
Yeah.
Do you keep your old Christmas ones?
Yeah, and then I sit around and go, man, that looks like a warm sweater.
Yeah.
That guy has a warm sweater.
I really want Rock'em Sock'em Robots this year. I'm going to circle that in gold. Did you do that as a child? I did.
I did, and then my parents promptly ignored it.
Yeah.
And got me whatever. I mean, Santa got me whatever he wanted.
Right. Which is like another Bible.
I don't want to ruin it for people.
Okay.
I don't want to like spoil the fact that Santa's not a real.
Oh yeah, well, Santa.
Just don't say anything.
Well, no, I mean, there's more than that though. I mean, Santa's the tip of the iceberg. There's
how so?
Well, there's a whole pantheon of mythical things like God, all of which are not real. I'm just kidding.
No.
Welcome to the Atheist Corner.
This is the part of the show where I record from the other side of the basement.
Yeah.
Just in case a lightning bolt
comes down and strikes me dead.
Yeah.
That's a good...
Like, I don't want to be too close.
Right.
But we do have to keep recording. The show has to keep going. So.
Oh, the quote, as it always is, the show must go on, regardless.
That's not true. It can stop.
Yeah, I guess you could stop anytime.
I mean, people really aren't going to be that upset if the show stops.
No, you're right.
Really, I think actors think they're way more important than they are.
Truth.
The show must go on? No,
not really.
If something bad happens, people just kind of forget about the show and move on to the bad thing.
Yeah.
When Abe Lincoln got shot, I don't think people are going, now, let's finish up this play, though. How's this going to end?
There was one guy that probably was like that, but everybody else was like, hey, let's, what?
There's one guy in the bottom that they stopped the play because the president has been shot, and he just stands up and goes, oh, for the love of... Ah!
And there was one guy who thought it was all meta and was like...
Do you worry that it's too soon for these jokes?
For Lincoln jokes?
Is it too soon?
It's too soon. It's too soon for, I don't know, it's too soon for an Andrew Jackson joke. So it really is too soon for a Lincoln joke.
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson, by the way, he was like the Trump of the 1700s. Just saying.
Oh, man.
God.
Making America great again.
Oh, my God.
Just like Andrew Jackson.
My one hope is that if Donald Trump is elected, that he does challenge someone to a duel and he is shot to death. He gets up there and he's like, I can't say Osama bin Laden. Fuck. Random terrorist dude. I know how we're going to defeat you. I'm going to challenge you to... Well, he doesn't have a southern accent. I'll challenge you to a duel. And the terrorist dude...
I duel so well.
Yeah, I duel. You wouldn't believe how I duel.
My friends all say I am the best at dueling. My hand is perfect for the gun because it is the right size, and so is the gun.
By the way, your wife is a lesbian.
If he becomes president, fingers crossed. I mean, fingers crossed. The one thing I hope for is that C-SPAN is just going to air every single diplomatic thing he does.
Yeah.
Because if they sold a season pass, like baseball and football do, to Trump diplomatic conversations, I am forking out that money immediately.
You're so right. Trump visits Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. You know,
Trump goes to Mexico and explains that he needs them to pay for the wall. I would love to see it.
Trump goes to Canada, doesn't understand poutine.
I feel like there's a 75% chance he goes to Canada and the whole time just goes, I don't understand what you're saying. Is there an interpreter? Does anyone speak English around here?
He's in Ontario, and everyone's like, "Mr. Trump, do you want to go to Tim Hortons? Maybe get a donut?
What is a Tim Hortons?
Do you want to get a donut?
I don't. What?
It's just like a McDonald's.
Do you know what he's saying? Do you know what he's saying?
Here, it's called a Tim Hortons. It's like a Dunkin'. I know you have Dunkin'.
And the worst part is, the people in Canada are so polite.
Yeah.
It would just go on for days. Oh, yeah. Because they wouldn't just go, okay, he's not going to get this. Let's be done.
Right.
They would just keep trying to explain that they are speaking English.
Also, Mexico and Canada, the extent of Donald Trump's geographical knowledge.
That's true. And he's still not even sure which side of the border each is on.
He goes to Canada expecting to have a burrito.
Mm-hmm. He's going to go to Canada, sombrero in hand.
Exactly. He's going to go to Canada with the bullets crossing his chest.
A sombrero that says, Make America Fantastico!
Otra vez! And he goes down to Mexico and he's like, where the fuck can I get some maple syrup?
Anyway, so in 2 years, this country's gone.
Oh, we are so fucked. Yeah. We are so fucked. It's the downfall of the Roman Empire, man. It's over. It's over, bro.
It's I've never expected to find a time in life where the idea of Hillary Clinton,
I know,
you're like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, she is a lizard person after all. Proven. Proven.
My mother-in-law has determined that Trump is the lesser of two evils. Let me explain why.
Okay.
She watched the Benghazi movie.
There's a Benghazi movie.
There's a Benghazi movie. And she has decided, based on the portrayal of Benghazi from The Office's John Krasinski, that Hillary Clinton is pure evil.
Wait a minute. This is a fictional film based on the Benghazi?
No, it's not a documentary.
I have not seen this or heard of this at all.
It's a fictional retelling of Benghazi.
Jim from The Office wants to be a serious actor. Mm-hmm. He does this Benghazi movie.
Yeah.
Which is like knockoff Argo at best.
Probably, yeah.
And that sways her political opinion. This is what's wrong with our country.
I see, on the one hand,
Renau,
I agree.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, I'm like, well, it wasn't Fox News.
Well, yeah.
So that's a step up.
Yeah, fiction is a step up from Fox News. A fictional retelling of a real life event.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so horrible to see all this stuff about Orlando this week. And I mean, what a tragedy. But also just to see the way that people took it and ran with it and made like the suggestion that maybe we don't need goddamn assault rifles. made that such like anathema.
Yeah.
Before there was even time to like mourn.
Well,
you know what I mean? It's horrible.
I was very annoyed in general with the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because day one, you've got Trump congratulating himself because he said the terrorist attack would happen. And
right.
It did.
Did he say it would happen in Orlando?
No, he didn't say anything specific.
He just wakes up every day.
At some point, something will happen.
Great.
He's
regular Nostradamus there.
Yeah, he's the political equivalent of a psychic. Like, you're going to meet a man.
No,
you'll meet a man
today.
The man
soon.
You'll meet him.
Trump is the political equivalent of a magic 8-ball. Yeah.
And then, so I'm annoyed with that. I'm like, well, at least Hillary Clinton didn't start she waited a day.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. And then because he is intelligent and reasonable, Obama had to get into it. He had to say, like, guys, like this, you know, and it was interesting to hear on the news this week on NPR. It was interesting to hear them commentators say that this is like the first time in a long time a sitting president has become so involved with the next election.
Yeah.
Usually they stay out of it entirely because they're just, you know, biding their time.
They'll endorse a guy and then be done.
And be done.
They're not going to campaign
anything
on their behalf.
Right.
They're not going to do anything.
Do you feel, now I've talked to several people about this. Do you feel at this point, if it were at all legal, we would elect Barack Obama a third time as a nation? There's a lot of ire out there for Obama. But at this point, I mean, I would gladly vote for him again over our current choices, knowing that Bernie's not going to win.
Bernie? No, Bernie's done. I don't know. He'd have as good a shot as anyone else.
He'd have a better shot than Hillary, dude.
I think at this point, and I know this is crazy talk, but I'm sticking with it. W would have as good a shot as anyone else. I'm not saying that's a good thing.
No, I know. Listen.
I'm saying that compared to Trump, not so bad.
Listen. Yeah. Any day of the week, give me your money-hungry capitalist oil baron son.
Yeah.
I'll take him over our current... I will. And I mean, I was a teenager, you know, during most of the W era, and I hated him the whole time. But given our circumstances, he wouldn't do much.
Oh, no, he would do nothing.
Exactly.
It would be the entire second term of his presidency.
Exactly.
And I'm fine with that.
Right. The second time that W was elected, he was like, I'm a lame duck.
Yeah.
And usually that's like the last 2 months. But for him, he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
going to be here. The Iraq War. I'm going to check in on that occasionally.
We're going to get those terrorists.
I think I'm going to take up painting.
Bob Ross is on Netflix.
So, yeah, I would, at this point,
holy fuck,
anyone who has been president that is still alive is a better choice.
Wait, Reagan's dead, right?
Reagan's dead.
Okay, great.
Both Bushes are still alive.
I'd take...
One is 90.
That's okay. Who's his vice president? As long as his vice president isn't Mitt Romney, I'm fine.
It's Mitt Romney.
Fuck, I can't do it then. I got to vote for W. It's a battle of the Bushes. HW versus W.
Okay, but
or Jeb.
Let's pretend we're in a magical world where all of a sudden you're a Republican.
Oh, that has to be a very magical world. Okay,
it's not a great world.
Okay,
it's a magical, sad place.
Right. Do I get steak like in the Matrix?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right.
I mean, that's all Republicans eat.
Right.
So
steak and whiskey?
Steak, whiskey, the souls of their underlings. You know, things like that.
Yeah.
That's what they devour.
Meat of people of color.
Yeah. Lining up all of the last people who ran as Republican.
Okay.
So you got McCain. You got Romney.
Okay.
You got Bush.
Yep. McCain, Romney, Bush.
You got Dole. And you got the current presumptive nominee, Donald Trump.
Yes.
in order.
Okay. All right.
Who are you voting for?
All right. Wait, I'm going to write this down because I want to write. So McCain, Trump. This is not my order. W. Romney.
And Dole.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put McCain at the top.
Okay.
I'm not a war person, but I feel like he's been in politics so long that he knows that it's a fucking compromise.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Well, I will say this on behalf of both Romney and McCain.
Okay.
Before they became presidential, ran for president, they were fairly moderate.
Yeah.
And then they realized they want to be president. And all of a sudden that took a quick swan dive.
Exactly.
So
the only problem with McCain, here's the problem with most of my choices. There's going to be death is imminent.
No, death is imminent with all of them.
Well, W is probably the youngest, I guess, out of all these people.
Oh, you mean their death?
Their death.
Oh.
Yeah. So then I'm looking at who's vice. But we're not going to get into that right now.
No.
Here's my ranking. And tell me if you agree.
Okay.
McCain. Dole.
Okay.
W.
Okay.
Romney. Trump. Trump is at the bottom, obviously.
Right.
Romney's at the bottom because he hates poor people.
I'm bumping Romney up.
Okay.
Because, fun fact, the entire healthcare system that all the Republicans hate.
That's right.
That's Romney's.
You're right. Boston.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. You're right. Okay. All right. Okay.
So I'm bumping him up past W.
Okay.
Below Dole because Dole's a Kansas guy. Got to go with the Kansas guy.
Well, and Bob Dole was always a little eccentric. By this point, he's senile plus eccentric. So it's just going to be a fun 4 years.
It would be a good ride.
If he makes it.
4 years.
2.5.
3 months.
Yeah, exactly. Of the Republicans, of the current swath of Republicans, there's Paul Ryan, who's out there, who I think is probably a decent guy. He's probably a neocon. I mean, to me, that was the problem with. Well, there's lots of problems with Cruz, but Cruz is a neocon basically, and that was my problem with Cruz. It's like I don't care for neocons,
Right.
Right. And Paul Ryan probably falls into that camp, but I think he's a reasonable person.
Yeah. I feel like if he were president, the country may not improve.
Right.
But it also won't completely be destroyed in 4 years.
Exactly. The status quo will be maintained.
Right.
Right.
Whereas if Trump is president, it will be. Fun fact, by the way, of all of those people listed, Donald Trump and W are the only people who haven't said bad things about Donald Trump.
I mean, the Republican Party right now is saying bad. Our senators in Tennessee, both of our senators have said negative things about the presumptive Republican candidate.
Okay,
it's bizarre.
Have you heard the whole Trump University thing?
I've heard a little bit about it.
Okay, so he's being sued because he set up Trump University, which is not a university or even a college or anything. It is a series of seminars that he set up to teach people how to make money from real estate investments, which really just turned out to be a scam to get people to go to more Trump University seminars. So he's getting sued because people went, hey, that's not okay.
So Trump University, all of its buildings are pyramids, is what you're saying.
Oh, no, it was like a Holiday Inn. There were no buildings.
No, I'm just saying that, like, if there were buildings, they'd be pyramids, but to represent the fact that it's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Donald Trump looks at a pyramid scheme real quick and thinks, that's a good layout.
So, Trump, being sued, the judge in charge, he declares that the judge can't be fair and unbiased in this.
Okay.
Because he is Mexican. Never mind the fact he was born in the United States. He's Mexican.
Of Mexican descent.
No, he's Mexican.
Okay.
He's not of
His
Mexican
parents,
descent.
Okay.
He is Mexican.
Gotcha.
Not American like he actually is. He is Mexican.
Oh, according to Mr. Trump. Right. I see.
So he has said this, and it's immediately, it was right after every Republican had endorsed him.
Right. Right.
Like even Paul Ryan finally had just gone, oh, crap. Okay, fine. Just vote for him. I don't care. Whatever. So then the next day he starts doing this. No, the judge is Mexican. He has it out for me.
As all Mexicans do.
And so I believe it was one of our senators from the great state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Bob Corker or Lamar Alexander.
I believe it was Corker.
Of course it was Corker. Lamar Alexander is black. He can't say shit like this.
He was on a TV show, and they're like, so, would you agree that what Donald Trump said is the definition of racism? Well, I wouldn't agree with what he said. Right. But would you agree that it's the definition of racism? I wouldn't agree with what he said. This happened like 5 or 6 times. And he wouldn't say, like, he wanted to. You could see he wanted to go,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, like, that's the dictionary definition of it.
Obviously.
If you were to write a sentence explaining a racist thought, this would be it. But he can't say that because he already is trying to endorse him and toe the party line. So it's just like, I wouldn't have said it that way.
Bob Corker's like, some of my best friends are black. Like Lamar Alexander.
Have you met Lamar Alexander?
He's my bud. Yeah. Wait, there are only 2 senators in Tennessee, and they're like, Mr. Corker. George Stephanopoulos is like, Mr. Corker. There are only 2 senators in every state, and he's my guy's black.
Yeah. So, and we shake hands like on the regular.
Yeah, I've had a turkey sandwich.
Definitely not racist.
I had an open-faced turkey melt with Lamar Alexander. Come on.
He lets me call him by his first name, and I let him call me by my first name. We are tight.
I call him Lama. He calls me Bosco. It's where it's at. George Stephanopoulos, by the way, the Bob Costas of political commentary.
Well, that's true. Lama and Bosco, by the way.
Yeah.
Best cop drama pairing ever.
It's like Chips.
Yeah.
But one guy's black. And they both used to be senators.
Yeah. Bosco, he's not going to pay attention to what the captain says. He's just wild.
No.
He does things his own way. He's a renegade.
That's right. That's right.
And Lama's just biding his time till he's done.
Lama...
This is Die Hard, actually.
Yeah. Exactly.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. Llama is a bit of a stoner. And that's introduced in an early scene. It's a pre-credit sequence. Okay. And, before we just see Llama, in uniform, one sleeve rolled up, and, inserting the horse into his arm.
Right. An actual horse?
And well, yeah. It's a distillation of horse.
Okay.
Like the way when they give you allergy shots, it's like, that's dog hair you're shooting in me. Right. It's like, it's like a lot of horse.
So he gets high on allergy testing.
That's correct. This happens pre-credit scene, season 2. Then he immediately walks out. It turns out he's in the police bathroom. Runs right into Bosco. Bosco says, "We got a case." They get in there. I feel like they have a cop car. They don't have motorcycles.
They have a cop car, but it's not like a traditional cop car. Like it's like an old Thunderbird that they put the light out on.
Yeah.
They still have like the berry that they put on top of it.
They're plain clothes.
Put the berry up.
You're right. They're definitely plain clothes cops.
Oh yeah.
Toads. They're detectives.
Well, yeah.
Llama and Bosco. Detectives at law.
And certainly wearing like 70s really big collar dress shirts.
Yes. And where are we setting this show? We're setting this show in...
Well, I mean, they're Tennessee.
Right, but what's like the most tropical part of Tennessee? Memphis? We setting this in Memphis? I love Memphis. Big fan of Memphis.
I mean, that's not tropical.
Well, it's hot as fuck.
Oh, well, Tennessee is.
Generally, yeah. Let's put them in Knoxville.
Okay,
Let's give
Knoxville.
them somewhere, But then they have to take cases around the state. So they have to go to like Nutbush, which is Tina Turner's hometown. Nutbush. Just had to say it one more time.
Wait.
Nutbush.
Tina Turner is from
Tennessee. Town of
Nutbush.
Correct.
Okay.
There is a Tina Turner museum in Nutbush.
Does anyone go to it?
No one ever goes to it.
I didn't.
They've sold about 25 tickets since 1985.
I don't know anyone who's actually a big enough Tina Turner fan to go see an exhibit on
true.
Tina Turner,
Right. Let alone
a museum
right.
in Nutbush.
Go out of their way. Now I'll give it to Tina Turner. It's a little bit of an aside. I'm sorry. I'll give it to her and her people in that on your way to Memphis, you see 2 signs for the Tina Turner Museum, whilst you see about 18 signs for the Loretta Lynn Museum, which is actually her house. So you see like
her current house?
Well, it's like, I think so. It's like her house. You see about 18 signs, and they're like, don't miss the Loretta Lynn house. And you're like, well, couldn't they have put the Loretta Lynn house like right there? You know what I mean?
What? So she lives in a museum to herself?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is the case with Graceland too. Did you know this? So at Graceland, there's a top floor that even the employees can't go to, where some of the families still live.
Why?
Yeah, but except now at Graceland, you can stay at Graceland. You can rent a room as a hotel at Graceland.
Can you rent like Elvis's barbiturate room?
Sure,
like where
probably.
he kept them all?
I don't know. I mean, well, you're
the barbiturate suite.
You're talking about every room in the house.
Well, no, I'm assuming that there was one room where it was like Scrooge McDuck's water tower of change. But just filled with pills.
Or opioids?
Yeah.
Like just pills.
Everything. And he'd just dive in, just swim around in his pills.
Swallowing a bit as he goes. The incredible Mr. Limpet. No, yeah, that's on the menu for sure. You can do that while you're there. They also have a program. They have a package, excuse me, not a program. They have a package where you can lay in his open grave. Yeah.
That's a choice.
It's a choice. You'd be surprised how many people go for it.
I wouldn't. Because Elvis fans are sick. They're mentally ill people.
Well,
mentally ill.
Yeah. Do you know I met a woman the other day who was his nurse for some years at Graceland? She lived there for a couple years and acted as one of his nurses.
What'd she do now?
Well, she wrote a book about him.
Did anyone read that book?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Oh, well, no, of course you haven't, but
I also don't care about
Elvis. Well, again, the cult of Elvis, if you have any tenuous connection to the man, you can write a book and sell many, many copies. It's just the way it is.
Do you think I could get rich writing a book where I claim that I was actually possessed by Elvis for a brief period of time?
Rich, probably not. You could make some supplementary income that way,
like a decent chunk.
Yeah. You may have to do a bit of traveling just for promotion reasons, but yeah, you could do it.
I mean, and I don't have to still be doing anything Elvis-y because I was possessed by Elvis.
Yes,
he left.
Yeah,
so
he evacuated your body by choice. Yeah.
No, he like many meals he evacuated.
He was unhappy with your lifestyle choices. He was like, this guy.
What happened was he was just going, oh, it's a pill. Oh, it's a multivitamin. Again,
the chewy ones, Nathan. Really,
it's gummy.
Flintstone kids. Gross.
The pink ones are the best. They're so good.
He gets excited every time you buy a pack of sixlets. You know, because
the last time we were in the hospital for a checkup with our new child.
Yeah, your new child.
He so we're in the waiting room, or I guess this was in the actual doctor's room.
Okay,
and there was a poster talking about how dangerous different things are for kids, and it was talking about candy. And so it was lining out which candies look like which narcotics.
Oh God.
So essentially I learned.
Wait a minute. I have to see this at some point.
Oh, we'll go to the
next
the
time
doctor.
you're there. I need you to snap a photo. Okay.
I learned Tic Tacs aren't great.
Okay.
It confuses a lot of people.
What do they think they are?
It had specific names.
Vicodin? They're like, Tic Tacs look like Vicodin.
It was, I don't know if Vicodin was it, but it was like specific drug manufacturer names.
Holy moly. Like, here's all the things that Pfizer makes that kind of look like Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like that. And M&Ms.
Wow.
They didn't look like M&Ms.
They didn't have little M's on them?
No, I'm not falling for it.
Yeah.
There was no gooey chocolate center in there. Come on.
The worst part about taking pills thinking they're candy is when you crunch into them and you realize it's just pills.
And they don't taste good.
No, they don't. They don't have a refreshing flavor. We were very down on our luck at work today, and we all wanted sugar for some reason. I think we're all on our period, even though two of us are men.
Your periods are in sync.
They're
now?
in sync. Oh, no, it's true. This is weird. This is never... You're going to make fun of me. Whenever my wife has a period,
your menstrual cramps get stronger.
Well, I don't have a menstrual, but I get real crabby. And I want to eat a lot. And so today at work, all of us were lining up and we're like, what do we have? And all of us are trying to not spend money.
That's your menstrual cycle.
Thank you for
You're menstruating.
Thank you for putting a name to a condition.
Yeah.
Something I've been struggling with for so long, and you finally put a name to it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was menstruating.
And the crankiness.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to pretend to know your business here.
Well,
but
you know my business.
At the same time as your wife being
Oh.
You're probably cranky because you're living with a cranky person.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you were going to say menstrual cramps are from like cramps or from a buildup of semen.
No.
Okay.
No. If you live in a house with a person who is cranky,
right,
it rubs
You're
off.
bound to be cranky.
It rubs off.
Yeah. No, you have a solid point.
Yeah.
So, this has been great. There's something that I wanted to do tonight, and I don't even know if this is going to work, but guys, go to theswedishnumber.com.
Don't do it.
You can call Sweden, and
do it.
basically, let me explain the concept to you guys. So, Sweden has decided that they want to be a warm and fuzzy country, okay?
I love that your explanation of it just starts with, so Sweden.
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically, yes. Yeah. So the Swedish, travel board or whatever, the travel and tourism people of Sweden, have set up a website and a phone number. It's the first in existence where you can call the country and you will be connected to a random Swede based on their volunteering. So they are volunteering for this.
Oh, I would love if it was just they sent
any
you to
fucking Swede.
What? Stop calling me, Americans! Ugh.
And I'm sure you won't get the same number twice if you call.
Right.
But I would hope to do that. I'm hoping we get Sven, and Sven is halfway through his beef stroganoff. He's about to have some chilled Absolute vodka with his boyfriend.
On his IKEA furniture?
Right, and then he's going to look up some overall porn.
Right.
And it's going to be a nice, relaxing evening, except for the fact that two dumbass Americans call him...
That's us.
That's us. Sweden. So they volunteer to be on this list. And when we call this number, I'm just going to give it to you guys. It's plus 4677-179-3336. That's the number to call.
When the phone number starts with a plus,
yeah,
I'm immediately out. I see phone numbers occasionally in life that start with that, and I don't even know anymore.
Well, I just hovered on it on my phone, and the plus isn't there, so I don't even know if that's necessary. We'll see.
I don't know.
I don't know how to do a plus on my phone, so this may all go awry. I don't know what time it is in Sweden. The disclaimer on the site says that they may not pick up. They're in like general time zone 1 on like Greenwich Mean Time, but I don't know that shit because I'm American, dude. We don't even have the we're on the.
Let's see. In Sweden,
right?
It is. Well, that's not helpful. Hey,
what?
Hey, internet, be helpful to me.
What?
Oh, it's trying to convert Sweden time to our time,
that's
which is
not what we're
helpful.
looking for. I can't. I
Here
really.
we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
I got it.
All right. Lay it on me. Lay it on me.
Currently, here it is 8:51.
Yep.
In Stockholm, it is 3:51 a.m.
Perfect. Okay, great. So we're probably not going to get anyone to answer, but I'm going to go ahead and call
you're
Sweden.
going to get a drunk Swedish guy.
Very.
I have
dial assist. Hang on, let's see what's going on.
Calling Sweden.
Holy fuck!
Will be connected to a random Swede somewhere in Sweden. This call may be recorded. But Sweden is asleep right now, so you might end up in someone's voicemail.
If we get a voicemail, I'm totally. It's not even a ring. What do they have in Sweden?
Just beeps.
They just have lots of beeps. I hope we get a voicemail. I don't know what's going to happen here, you guys. We haven't tested this at all. Yeah, so far. My number one question is like, what is the thing you hate the most about Americans?
My number one involves their fish.
Yeah, what do they have there? Halibut?
I was just wondering if they're all red and gummy.
Are calling Sweden right now. Soon, a random Swede.
Uh-oh.
Hello, dude.
Hello. It's
What's
really.
up?
What's up, man? It's really early there, right?
Is it in Sweden?
Yeah, it's. Are you partying right now, or are you just up late, or what?
Dude, I'm trying to fix my bong up, man.
You're trying to fix your phone?
Bong.
Oh, your bong.
O-N-G.
Holy fuck, bro! Really? That's awesome. Well, I'm calling. What's your name?
My name? I have an Arabian name. He's called Sami.
Sami? Hey, man.
You can call me Sammy.
I can call you Sammy? Okay.
Or Davis.
Okay. My name is...
Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, fuck, dude. Are you stoned right now?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Well, that's good. I've been drinking brandy with my buddy, so I'm kind of drunk. I'm calling... What?
Hey.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, man. I'm black.
You're black.
I'm a Swedish friend next to me. Yeah.
There are black people in Sweden?
Very good. There's a lot of black people in Sweden.
Really? Okay, all right.
You know how,
We'll see.
you know how fine the women are.
How fine the women are?
My whole family moved to Sweden just for pussy.
Your whole family...
Bro.
Wait a minute, dude. Your whole... Wait, you're black, and where are you from, originally?
Africa. Kenya.
Kenya. So, and you're telling me right now your whole family moved from Kenya to Sweden for pussy? I mean,
Does that include the mother?
Really big titties, man.
Big titties? I mean, pussy is powerful, bro. I get that. You know, I mean, okay, let me tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm in America. I'm in the United States. And I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, which is the home of country music. Do you know Johnny Cash or Johnny Cash? Yeah.
Cocaine addict. Wait. Yeah, that's a cocaine addict, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only remember for the cocaine.
Some cocaine. So let me ask you, man. Like, what? When you signed up to answer these calls, right? Like, this is voluntary. Okay. Well, that's really cool. I hope that America develops a number as well, though I feel like if America develops a number, you're just going to get like some random dumbass most of the time, because most of America's... Well, let me ask you, actually. You're Kenyan by way of Sweden. What's your perception of Americans?
Oh, man.
They're the center of everything fucking funny.
We're the center of everything funny?
Honestly, you're the most funniest fucking people in the whole wide world.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of America, I thank you.
Best thing I've ever heard.
Bro, have you even seen your president candidate?
Oh, fuck.
Trump, what the fuck his name?
Oh, dude, I've been talking to my buddy about that. I'm sitting here with my buddy right now, and we just been drinking and smoking cigarettes, and we've been talking about that all night. It's so fucking stupid, dude. It's crazy.
I'm picking the shoes between us.
I mean, I can't believe it. I can't believe what our choices are right now. It's fucking ridiculous and insane.
It's really depressing, man.
Depressing.
So are you gonna move to Canada?
I'm not gonna move to Canada because Canada sucks. But
Down with the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down with the ship. Yeah.
Their bacon is literally just a fucking sausage.
It's not even a sausage, bro. It's ham. It's ham. Their bacon is ham.
Yeah, but in my country, that's haram.
Haram? Okay.
You know what haram is?
So let me ask you a question. Like, Kenya seems kind of awesome to me. Is Kenya awesome or is Kenya bad?
It's actually quite chill. We haven't had a war in 200 years.
Well, that's fucking righteous, especially for Africa. I mean, Africa's like war city right now.
Look at this. A gram for $1.
How? What? What, weed?
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, a gram for $1.
Holy shit, bro. Why am I...
Yeah, that's fuck.
Yeah. I feel like you went to Sweden. I should go to Kenya.
Yeah, but okay, don't go to Kenya because, yeah, we have a lot of Somalians.
Oh, Somalians. The pirates of the world. Yeah, I know about Somalians. Somalians are like the people that hijack you at sea and hold you hostage and shit, right?
Yeah, they're like the New Yorker Italians from America to Kenya.
Okay.
No joke.
I mean, everybody in America hates fucking Italians. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, I know. Fucking hate them too, man.
It's bullshit,
The
dude.
only good Italian I know is Super Mario. No fucking joke, man.
Yeah. So what? Okay, coming from Kenya to Sweden, what's the weirdest thing about Sweden?
Weirdest thing about Sweden. Hey, bro, what's the weirdest thing about Sweden? Let's ask my friend. Actually, talk to my friend a bit.
All right, man. What's your friend's name?
My birthday.
What?
What did you say?
Well, this is like high diplomacy right here because I'm fucking drunk and you guys are stoned, and this is great. I mean, I'm loving this.
We're all having a good time.
We're all having a good time.
Fucking boys ever.
Yeah. Well, don't you feel like everything is bullshit, you know, and like we're just trying to have a good time?
Actually, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to chill, man.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to chill too. Well, this is good. This is like.
So how old are you?
I'm 31.
31?
Yeah.
You're 11 years.
How old are you? 7 years older than you?
I'm 20.
You're 20?
24.
Dude, you got the wisdom.
I'm 24.
Okay, you got the wisdom for being 20, man. But you've probably seen some shit I ain't never seen. You know what I mean? I'm fucking pampered over here, you know?
Well, a funny thing. If you're ever gonna go to Sweden, it's a famous program about midgets. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, there's a famous show about midgets. It's a girl there that usually go to USA and party there a lot, called Frida Abrahamsson.
Okay.
She's a dwarf. And
Okay.
the fucking funny thing, I fingered that bitch.
You're kidding.
No, man, no. Search on her Facebook, Frida Abrahamsson.
Okay.
She has the biggest to be a midget, honestly, man.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, dude. Was it fun? Did she come?
Honestly, it actually felt like fucking finger banging a 10-year-old, but I
Okay.
was really drunk, man.
Well, that was weird, probably for you. Yeah. But hey,
No, not that.
no?
Dude, I could stand up, she could stand up and still suck my dick, man. That's fucked
Oh,
up.
that's fucking cool. I like that. That's awesome. Yeah.
Still fun to have that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we're all looking for, you know? I mean, well, look, dude, I feel, listen, I'm going to wrap this up because this is costing me like $2.50 a minute, but like, it's fucking great to meet you, and I hope you come to Tennessee someday, and if I come to Sweden, I hope I run into you, and hey, man, fucking world peace, right? World peace?
Yeah, true, man.
True, man. All right, brothers. You guys have a good night. All right, last word from Sweden. What's your last word?
Last word. Learn this word. It's called knulla din mamma.
All right. What's that mean?
Knulla.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to say that. What's that mean?
Okay, I can say easy with the word. Or, just me. Or,
Yeah.
or,
Borr.
se,
Bre.
jag,
Jag. Nulla.
dig.
Dig.
Or jag knullar dig.
Borga nulla dig.
That means, can I fuck you? No joke. It's that easy, man.
All right, man. Well, fuck yeah. I'm gonna remember that. Hey, man. Have a good night. World peace. Much love.
World peace, bro.
World peace.
Chill out.
All right, chill out, man. Smoke some weed. Drink some brandy. Chill the fuck out. And would you guys do me a favor and say fuck Donald Trump?
Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump. Good night, guys. Thank you.
Fuck that bitch Hillary. Bernie Sanders, nigga.
All right, man. Peace out.
You real one.
Peace out, bro. Bye.
Bro.
Good night.
What in the name of all that's good and holy just happened?
Holy fuck. We talked to a guy in Sweden from Kenya who voluntarily signed up to be a representative of fucking Sweden. Who was stoned with his buddy.
I'm not sure that's who Sweden wants answering the phone.
I don't think so. We got the farthest from Sven Jarlsson that we could get. We got a tall Kenyan black dude who was fucking stoned.
Oh yeah.
Who says that he went to Sweden, and I quote, for the pussy. His entire family, and I quote, went there for the pussy.
When he says his entire family, like, does he mean his immediate family?
I guess.
Like his mother?
Yeah, I think his mother went there for the pussy. Yeah. I mean, everybody's mom's different.
Good for them, I guess.
Yeah, and so a whole new world. Wow, we're not that different.
I mean, I guess really, when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
What do you expect when you call a random hotline at 3 a.m. their time expecting to talk to a person?
I mean, that's our fault.
Yeah.
But
you're not going to get, Swedish businessman.
I did expect to get I'm just going to say this, a real Swedish person. Mm-hmm. I was expecting to get like a herring. What do they eat? The little fish in the jar?
Herring, yeah.
Yeah, a herring eating, absolute vodka drinking Swedish person.
Well, I mean, you got close. You got stoned Kenyan.
Kenyan guy. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So,
and I got him to say fuck Donald Trump.
Well, that's not that hard.
Well, no, but
that's just right at the tip of everyone's tongue right now.
It was gratifying. I'm not going to lie. It was gratifying.
Wow.
Well, that was fun. You guys can also call Sweden. In fact, if you want to call Sweden, record it somehow and send it to us. I'd be very, very open to that idea.
That would be fantastic.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
What's our email?
sushijackknife@gmail.com.
There you go.
You can tweet us at sushijackknife. You can tweet Nathan. You don't ever like to say at Badlands Badly.
Don't point at me.
Oh, I just pointed at you. Like
don't expect me to say my own Twitter handle.
Fine. You're at Badlands Badly. I'm at Justin L. For Leopold Croft.
That's not
Sierra
correct.
F as in Frank T. Go ahead and review this show if you get the chance. It's we got a nice review recently that compared us to the Smothers Brothers.
Yeah, that one confused me.
I think it's very nice. Very extremely nice.
I can't say it's rude.
It's not rude. It might be unfounded. Perhaps. I mean, there are less banjos in this show than there were in the Smothers Brothers TV show. And less Steve Allen. Fewer. Yeah, exactly. So, but I do want to thank some people. I have to say a big thank you to a couple other podcasts. This is all people who are part of the hashtag Podern family, which Nathan turned me on to. I didn't even know this existed.
Bonjour,
Podern family. Kung Fu Drive-In, very supportive.
What do they do?
They it's like one guy, and he talks about kung fu movies, and I don't know, I enjoy it. I've watched several of the movies that he talked about.
Another movie podcast.
Well, but this was
real original.
Oh, come on, dude. It's fun though, because it's just
I'm just chop busting.
Well, I know. Guys, understand this. Podern family people understand that Nathan's gonna bust your chops.
I'm chop busting.
It's in his nature.
I bust chops.
We don't mean to offend.
You got chop? I'm gonna bust that.
Bust them.
Gonna bust that.
And if you got cherries, I'm going to probably eat those with a little sugar in a bowl. They're nice that way.
Don't put sugar on them.
But you don't even have to. Just eat them. Just eat them. You ever warm them?
Good cherries.
You ever put them in a pan without oil or anything, obviously, and just warm them a little? Well, it
ruins good cherries.
No, it doesn't. It approaches a compote.
I don't want a compote.
Okay, fine.
I want a cherry.
Do you ever put them in the freezer and chill them a little bit?
No.
That's nice, too.
What is wrong?
You want room temperature cherries?
Yes, they are edible the way they come. You don't have to do things to them.
The way that Jesus made them.
Yes.
That's true. You're right. They are edible.
They were born this way.
I'm on the right track, baby. I was born. I love Lady Gaga. I don't care. Judge me if you want.
We already have.
Yeah, I know.
Who else?
Kung Fu Drive-In is a great show. I love it. It's made me appreciate Kung Fu movies in a whole new way.
Like old Kung Fu?
Yeah, old Kung Fu, 70s Kung Fu.
Not like new
Gordon
Kung Fu.
Liu type shit. Like, 13 Chambers of Shout. The shit that inspired the Wu-Tang. And nobody be fucking with the Wu-Tang.
That's true.
Okay.
They've made that abundantly clear.
Abundantly clear. Faces and Aces Las Vegas, another great show. Faces and Aces. It's basically a podcast about Las Vegas and how to, stay in Las Vegas and have a good time.
Oh, another podcast about Las Vegas. How original.
You're being redundant. That's not even the case. There's not many podcasts about Las Vegas.
I can name 30.
No, you can't.
I can't name one.
I put you on the... Yeah, exactly. And of course, our brothers in arms, who I'm hoping, I haven't talked to you about this at all, but I'm hoping we can do a crossover episode with at some point.
What does that mean?
I don't know if it's going to be we splice it together later, or if it's a live thing where we call them. I don't know what's going to happen. Tattooed Bananas.
Okay.
I followed them at random because I was like, that is the same mental formula as Sushi Jackknife. And then these guys, Phineas and Bill, have been super supportive, and they have a very funny show. It's called Tattooed Bananas.
Is it funnier than ours, though?
You're putting me on the spot here.
Yeah.
I talked to a guy from Kenya today. So Tattooed Bananas is a great show. You should definitely check that out. And I think they're going to do a promo for us, which we are about to record any second here. In the meantime, guys,
need to know that.
Leave us an iTunes review. I know there's 25 of you who listen to this show consistently. Leave us a review, and there might be 26, 27?
Or 20, depending on what your review says.
It's true.
Hey, you throw a 1-star up there? Oh, it's plummeting.
God. Give us a 5.
Oh, man, it's a free fall.
And none of this, great show. I want poetry. You know what I'm saying?
I understand words, yeah.
I want a haiku about how great Sushi Jackknife is and how much it's impacted your life. I mean, you've run out of Mark Maron. We've covered this.
He can only put out so many episodes.
He's one man. We are two.
I mean, really, it's just a matter of time till his podcast ends. He can't possibly have any other people left in the world to interview.
It's true. He's going to die, and when he dies, it's over. When we die, our 2 sons, our virile, healthy, wonderful sons, are going to take this over. And
it's really sad for them.
Yeah, it is. It's the contingency of fatherhood, but, what are you going to do?
I'm just picturing you in 15 years. You and your child, you say, it's time to do podcasting. And I'm going, Dad, I don't even want to do it. And you going, no son of mine! No son of mine won't podcast.
Will not be not podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were on a podcast when you were 2.5. God damn it. Holden. And you'll be like, Oliver, get on that podcast. And Oliver's going to be like, Dad, I have a video cube
And I'll be like,
thingy."
yeah, okay, I don't really care.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just, Justin's dead.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, fine. Well, without further ado, Sushi Jackknife.
Sushi Jackknife.
That was the best one you ever did.
Sushi Jackknife.
Sushi Jackknife. Can we harmonize? 1, 2, 3. Sushi Jackknife.
My voice stopped
You're not
working.
going to give me the satisfaction.
Nah, I never do. Sushi Jackknife.
Sushi Jackknife.